The digital world moves fast, and if you are not careful, it can pull you into a constant cycle of hustle and burnout. At its core, leadership is the integration of how we think, act, and live across business, work, and life. And in the digital world, adaptive leadership shows up in our ability to adjust, innovate, and lead effectively in a rapidly changing environment. And remember, we're all called to lead in some way. And if we don't have a formal leadership title, well, that's okay, because we are all called to lead. Welcome, newcomers, to Digital Marketing Secrets. I'm glad that you've landed on board. And for those of you returning, well, welcome back. Now, before we go any further, take a moment to subscribe so you don't miss future episodes designed to help you grow your digital business with clarity and confidence. I'm Richard Fontenay, and today we will explore how active listening can help digital leaders avoid burnout and build sustainable success. Let's start with a simple statement. Many at-home entrepreneurs are not failing for lack of effort. They are burning out because they are not listening to their audience, to their data, or to themselves. Digital platforms reward activity, but leadership requires intention, and intention begins with listening. Active listening in the digital space means paying attention to what your audience says, what your analytics show, and what your energy tells you. When you listen well, you make better decisions. When you ignore those signals, you end up chasing trends, overworking, and losing focus. Now let's walk through 5 actionable strategies to help you lead more effectively in your digital business. The first strategy is to listen to your audience. Now, your audience is constantly giving you feedback through comments, messages, engagement patterns. Instead of guessing what they want, pay attention to what they are already telling you. For example, if you notice that certain posts generate more questions or conversations, that is a signal. It means your audience is interested and engaged. So build on that and create more content around those topics. The second strategy is to listen to your data. Analytics are not just numbers. They are insights. They tell you what is working and what is not. Instead of posting more and more content, take time to review your results. Which posts performed well? Which ones did not? What patterns do you see? Listening to your data helps you work smarter and not harder. The third strategy is to listen to your energy. Now, this is often overlooked, but it is crucial. Burnout happens when we ignore our own limits, our own boundaries. Pay attention to how you feel as you work on your business. Are you energized or exhausted? Are you focused or distracted? Your energy is a signal. When you listen to it, you can adjust your schedule, you can adjust your workload, and you can adjust your expectations. Permit me to add something new here. In our Fontenay Magazine storefront, we have an excellent PLR offering that aligns with what I'm saying right now. It's called Man Up Men, and it really focuses on men and their ability to overcome burnout. I have provided the link below, So check it out. Now let's move on. The fourth strategy is to listen before you create. Many entrepreneurs jump straight into content creation without taking time to understand their audience. Now, before you create your next post, video, or product, ask yourself, what does my audience need right now? What problems are they trying to solve? Or what questions are they asking? And this approach ensures that your content is relevant and valuable. It also reduces a lot of wasted effort. The fifth strategy is listening to your alignment. Now, not every opportunity is the right opportunity. In the digital space, there are endless trends and tools and tactics. Listen for alignment means asking, does this fit my purpose? Does it align with my values? Does it support my long-term goals? When you listen for alignment, you avoid distractions and remain focused on what truly matters. Now let me share a story. An at-home entrepreneur posted daily content to grow her audience. Despite her efforts, she felt exhausted and discouraged. Instead of pushing harder, she chose to pause and to listen. She reviewed her analytics, read through her comments and messages, and reflected on their tone. And what she discovered was actually very, very surprising. Her audience responded most to specific type of content that she only posted occasionally. And those posts required less time and effort to create. By focusing on what worked, she reduced her workload, increased her engagement, and restored her energy. Now that's the power of active listening in digital leadership. It shifts from hustling to a strategy, and from exhaustion to alignment. Now let's talk about what your next steps might be. Step one is to review your current activity. Look at your content, your engagement, and your schedule. Identify where you might be overworking or misaligned. Step two, choose one area to improve. It could be listening more closely to your audience, reviewing your data regularly, or setting better boundaries around your time. Step three is to implement a simple listening habit. For example, you might spend 10 minutes each day reviewing comments, or 5 minutes reflecting on your energy levels. Step four is to adjust based on what you learned. Listening is effective only if it leads to action. So make small changes and observe the results. And finally, step five is to repeat the process. Consistency is key here. Over time, these small adjustments will provide you with significant improvements. Now, if you're just starting out, remember you don't need to do everything at once. So focus on one platform and learn from your audience and build gradually. Digital leadership is not about doing more, it's about doing what matters most. That begins with listening. Now, as you move forward, your audience will tell you what they need. Your data will show you what works, and your energy will guide you toward balance. Your role as a leader is to pay attention, listen, and to act with intention. In digital marketing, leadership is what builds trust, and trust builds everything. And remember, sustainable excellence is built in rhythms and not marathons. Now, if this conversation resonated with you, please subscribe, like, and refer a friend. And thank you for doing so. I'm Richard Fontenay, signing off. Join me next week on Digital Marketing Secrets as our conversation turns to navigating digital conflict while staying committed to your strategy. I hope you can join us. Bye for now.